As we get ready to send our kids back to school, we start thinking about all the things to check off the list, supplies we'll need. The DEA says we also need to think beyond backpacks and pencils. They say right now is the best time to talk about the dangers of drug abuse. And here to tell us more about this, we have Justin King. He is the special agent in charge of the DEA Omaha division. Justin, first, hit me with the timing on this. There's so much on our plates. Why the drug talk at back to school time?
Well, thank you for having me. We see this as a really good opportunity to have the parents talk to their children, as they're going back to school, and to really talk about, some of the things they might be exposed to. They may be moving to a new grade, getting older, but we're continuing to see more and more information about drug trafficking and access to drugs on social media platforms and other things. And we just know that these kids are being exposed more at an earlier age.
Yeah, you were saying that during the break. You're really concerned about the messages that kids are getting from people other than their parents, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They get so much information just on a phone or what a friend sees on their phone, and they talk to them. But we see a lot of drug conversations and people saying, well, this drug may not be as bad, or this drug is, it's okay because it's been legalized in some states or things. And we know that just the child's brain is still developing. It's so important for that, for them not to ever try any drugs. And we're seeing these counterfeit pills that are marketed to look like a regular pill they get out of from a pharmacy that's prescribed by a doctor. So we really want parents to be cognizant of that.
Sorry, you just tapped into counterfeit pills.
Yes.
For parents who haven't heard of this, what are you talking about?
So essentially they're counterfeit pills. They're laced with fentanyl, which we know is extremely potent. It's 50 times more potent than heroin. And the fentanyl is what is leading to a huge rise in the overdose deaths in this country, where one pill could actually have enough of a lethal dose to kill someone. And we're continuing to see more and more as, throughout the country. And Iowa's no different, where we've almost seized as many pills just in the early part of this year as we seized all of last year. And we're seeing those numbers skyrocket throughout the country. There are more counterfeit pills coming, and they're marketed to look just like a pill out of a pharmacy.
That's terrifying, because we know how deadly fentanyl can be as well. Every parent has the fear of sounding like a broken record. The message goes in one ear and out the other. The DEA has actually figured out some great ways for parents to start this conversation, right?
Yes, we have. And people can go to DEA.gov, and there are some links on there to justthinktwice.gov and getsmartaboutdrugs.gov. And they actually have resources in there they can download, quick pamphlets, booklets, talking about the drugs, and even talking on different age groups, how you can have those conversations all the way down to elementary school up through high school and college. Do
you think there are sufficient, I'm just thinking about when I was coming up through school and we had DARE, Drug Abuse Resistance Education. Are there enough programs in the schools that tackle this these days?
I think that what we're seeing is a movement to have more programs, and at DEA, we're starting to push more programs. This is kind of part of that. And I really think it's important for us to realize that as some of these programs get going, it might take some more time to get the messaging out, because we're always having to react to a lot of the things that drug trafficking organizations are doing. But I would ask parents to not wait till you get those resources. Go to these platforms and look. But, drugs are bad. People need to talk to their children about that. And they also need to open up to listen to what their children are hearing and understand what they're being approached with every day in their daily activities.
At school. He is Justin King, the special agent in charge of the DEA Omaha division. Thanks so much for being here to talk about something that affects all parents.
Thank you for having me.